It seems like it's been forever, but I'm excited to say that a radio I've been looking forward to is finally here. And based on many comments on my channel, many of you have been looking forward to this radio as well. And as you can see based on the box here, I have on the workbench, the VR-N7600 is finally here. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that my favorite handheld radio is the rugged, waterproof, and very capable VGC VR-N76 and BTEX version, the UV Pro. The VR-N7600 brings those same packet radio capabilities in a 50-watt dual-band 2-meter and 440 mobile radio, which I'm excited for, so join me and let's check it out.
Two zero four on go. Aircraft 4 miles west of Bainbridge Airport.
Okay, I'll be back in 60 seconds.
We're approaching a restricted area. Restricted area is 1 mile west.
Before we get into it, this radio was sent to me by VGC for this video, but as always, all opinions are my own and they have no input into this video's content. The radio includes the mic and the usual items you receive with the mobile radio, like a mounting bracket and wires for connecting it to power. It of course also comes with a user manual, but since this radio can pair to a phone via Bluetooth, it also comes with a manual for the HT app. This radio has a lot of similar features to the VR-N76 and the UV Pro and is essentially a mobile version of them. They all use the same app, the navigation is similar, and so on. So we won't go into all of the features in this video since all of that can be found in our series on the VR-N76 and UV Pro. And I'll include a link to that playlist if you're unfamiliar. I do want to go over the differences, however, and also compare it to the previous mobile radio, the VR-N7500. So let's go ahead and start with that. The overall hardware design is similar, with the 7600 having a bigger faceplate. And on the front we have an 8-pin screw-on microphone connector, whereas the 7500 has an Ethernet style connector. Speaking of the microphone, that is where the biggest change and improvement over the 7500 comes in. The 7500 just has a standard mic with controls for things like volume, changing the channel, and some programmable buttons. And since the radio is headless, meaning it doesn't have a screen, there's no way to really operate the 7500 standalone. So you have to do most things by pairing the radio to a phone and use the HT app. The new 7600 also doesn't have a screen, making this radio headless as well. But the new microphone for the 7600 has its own screen, which will allow you to operate the radio standalone, unlike before. The 7500 also doesn't have a GPS built in and relies upon your phone's GPS when paired to it for APRS and location sharing functionality. Since the radio would generally be mounted inside a vehicle under the dash or seat where it would struggle to get a GPS signal, that sort of makes sense. The same is true for the 7600. The radio itself doesn't have a GPS either, but the new microphone does have a GPS built in, and it would typically be mounted in a location in a vehicle where it could get a GPS signal. The only other differences hardware-wise is the 7500 has a power button on the radio itself, and the 7600 doesn't, as that's now located on the microphone. The 7600 also has a USB-A port, which serves as a 5-volt, 2-amp USB charger. And to my knowledge, this doesn't provide any sort of serial data connection or anything like that. So let's go and get everything hooked up and powered on to have a look. So here we have everything powered on, and the screen is similar to the N76 or UV Pro, and if we go into the menu, we have a similar menu structure with this radio as well. There will be some differences here and there as far as the menu items go, as this new radio has some new features. Like under the radio settings menu, for example, we have an option for noise suppression, which if we look at the box, they do mention AI-based noise reduction. And in the menu here, it's under AI and R. So while we're here, let's go ahead and test this feature out. So to test this out, I'm going to play some background noise and talk through the radio with the noise suppression feature on and off, and we'll see what things sound like.
This is a test with the noise suppression feature off. This is a test with the noise suppression feature off. This is a test with the noise suppression feature on. This is a test with the noise suppression feature on.
So as you can hear, the feature actually works pretty well and did a good job of removing the background noise. Now the audio processing does change how you sound a bit though, but let's run another test with the noise suppression turned on, but with no background noise this time, and see what it sounds like.
This is a test with noise suppression on with no background noise. This is a test with noise suppression on with no background noise.
So as you can hear, it's a bit more natural sounding that time, so it seems like the noisier the environment, the more audio processing it has to do. But overall, a handy feature that can help in times when you're trying to communicate in a noisy environment. So I recently picked up an SWR meter so we can see how much power these radios are putting out. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. And for this test, we'll cycle through low, medium, and high to see how much we get out of each one. So for low power, it looks like we're getting just under 9 watts. For medium power, we're getting just over 27 watts. And for high power, we're getting a bit more bang for the buck here, as it looks like we're getting about 55 watts. So everything looks good there. Now let's go ahead and pair the radio to a phone and check out the app. To do this, I like to go ahead and download and open up the HT app first. Then we can go ahead and put the radio into pairing mode, which with this radio, it's done by just double pressing the power button. And the PTT button and the TX-RX lights on the radio will flash, indicating that it's in pairing mode. Now the app should detect that there's a radio in pairing mode and ask us if we want to link it. So we'll go ahead and say yes to that and go through any pairing dialog that appears. And it's as simple as that. We're now paired to the phone, and this is one of the things that makes this radio so powerful. Being able to control the radio from a phone and do things like send text messages to other radios, APR messages and locations, and a ton of other stuff that we won't get into in this video since all of that stuff is covered in our series I mentioned earlier. Now the other and probably most powerful feature of this radio is the Bluetooth KISS TNC. What this does is allow the radio to connect to a phone or computer as a serial interface, and this allows us to use a ton of apps and programs for APRS and packet radio that are out there, available for Android, Apple iOS, Windows computers, Linux, and Macs. And this should work with our APRS BBS as well, which I'll include a link to that video if you're unfamiliar. Now, we've not had a chance to cover the KISS TNC and software in our series on the handhelds, but we will be here soon, and the steps should be the same for this radio since it's so similar. So we'll probably be including this radio for those videos as well, so stay tuned for that. But that just about covers everything for this video, and we just wanted to do a quick intro video on the new VR-N7600 and let you know that it's now available. And if you'd like to pick one up, we'll have an affiliate link in the video description below. And we also have a coupon code for our viewers, so be sure to use the code TCC during checkout for $10 off your order. We have a lot of fun projects in store for this radio, so be sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any of that. Thank you all and have a good one.